Hello my friends. So this is going to be the final episode of United in Bloodshed because there were 8 parts of this. I went through all of these and she basically says the same thing over and over again, just a different way. So I'm just going to finish this on the 6th episode. So I hope you enjoy. Traveling through to another dimension, a dimension of not only paranoia and delusion, but of idiocy. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of pure ignorance. Your next stop, the batshit crazy zone.
All right, we're talking about sacred holidays for the Satanist. Okay, so these are just a few right here.
First of all, those are the sacred holidays of witches, not Satanists.
Now, we are in this one right here called Mabon, and we are heading to...
Just a little note, not every single Wiccan and witch and pagan calls the September or autumn equinox Mabon. I, for one, happen to call it the autumn equinox or the September equinox. I do not call it Mabon. I think that Mabon it's not a good fit.
Samhain, which is basically October the 31st. Okay, so when you're dealing with...
Actually, Samhain is November 1st. And it also depends upon the tradition. Some people go by the solar calendar. Some people go by the lunar calendar, so it would be nearest the full moon, and some go by an astrological calendar, meaning it would be the one closest to entering Scorpio.
Pagan holidays such as October the 31st, they are huge with witches, okay? You, as a Christian, should be able to identify people who are actually offering you hidden messages in their images. Okay, remember, when you are seeing images such as this right here,
if you were reading something into the message, it's not the fault of the message, it's the fault of you who's interpreting it.
It seems like it is harmless. It seems like it is just a harmless image where people are offering you blessings from God, but they fail to tell you what God the blessings are coming from.
Oh, come on, seriously? Okay, when anyone says, God bless you, or whatever, if they say God, chances are 99% of the time they are referring to the Christian deity known as God.
And these blessings, these types of images that you are being able to see all over Facebook, all over the internet, etc., are actually blessings from the God of the world, aka Satan.
Okay, so what are they supposed to post? They're supposed to say, God bless you. And what I mean the Christian God, the one that's outlined in the Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, and then they should specify exactly which deity it is. Because if they don't, if they just say, God bless you, they actually mean that it's actually Satan.
Okay, so basically it is a Gaelic type of a situation where you are...
It's a Gaelic type of situation. Gaelic is not a situation. Gaelic is a family of languages.
You know, you could research yourself, Mabon, the Celtic connection.
Yes, you should research this yourself. And if you do, the proper pronunciation is Celtic, not Celtic. It's not a soft C, it's a hard C. It's Celtic, from the Greek keltoi.
And it is in reference to, like I said, the autumn equinox. All church heads of churches are involved in pushing forth what they call blessings in the form of a cross. Okay? When you got somebody who is offering you blessings and then putting the curse of the cross on you, the death cross on you.
So the Christian cross is just one giant conspiracy, and the Pope is the head of this, and what they're actually doing is they are not blessing you. They're actually crossing you out.
You should be able to recognize what it is. Okay, don't be fooled. Do not fall for anyone who tells you that the cross is actually a symbol of Jesus Christ, because Christ was actually crucified on a stake. Okay, wasn't crucified on a cross. So like I said, when you have people who are offering you that marking of an X, what it means is they are crossing you out. Okay, aka is in representation of the crucifixion of Christ, Jesus Christ. Remember, they don't like Christ. They want Christ completely out of the way because they want to honor their own goddess, and her name is Isis.
Whoa. Okay, let me see if I understand this. So if anyone says, God bless you, they're not actually saying the biblical God, they're actually saying Satan. Okay. And then if anyone crosses you, they're not actually giving you a blessing, they're crossing you out. And this is all one giant conspiracy by the church, and they're actually, so everyone who believes that they're following God and they go by the cross, they're actually followers of Isis, and Isis has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Am I following this so far? And how did the fish come about? Are you going to get to the fish?
Isis actually goes by many other different ways, like we just pointed out. Okay, lots and lots of different names. Okay, she's honored today. Okay, she's honored today by the pagans, and the way in which she is honored is by human sacrifice. Okay, human sacrifice, and
there's the fish again. So I already went over this. There's no cult of Isis who was involved in human sacrifice. I don't know where she's coming up with this.
I don't know. Okay, so you have Samhain, which is the holiday of October the 31st. It is basically a minor Sabbath. Okay.
No. Samhain is November the 1st. Hallows Eve is December 31st. Halloween is a Christian holiday. Samhain is a Celtic word meaning the end of summer, and it's actually a major Sabbath. There are 4 greater Sabbats, which is Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane, Lughnasadh, returning back to Samhain again. And then there are 4 what we call lesser Sabbats, and those are the equinoxes and the solstices. So we have the spring equinox, then we have the summer solstice, then we have the autumn equinox, and then we have the winter solstice. And these are the 4 lesser Sabbats. So Samhain is one of the greater Sabbats, and there's a large majority of people who consider Samhain to be one of the most sacred of especially Wiccan holidays. Directly opposite of it is Beltane. Both of these Sabbats are pretty high priority, and Samhain is also considered to be the Celtic New Year.
It is celebrated from sunset on October the 31st to sunset on November the 1st, and it is a Wiccan, pagan, and witchcraft holiday. Okay, be really careful who you're following, because when you got people who are offering you pagan holidays and then...
How are they going to offer people pagan holidays? Do you just knock on somebody's door and say, hello, here, I'd like to give you this pagan holiday. I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye. Oh, and God bless the crossing. What are you smoking?
Claiming that, oh, it's harmless, and it's, don't worry, because it's just one of those things, and, I'm going to go to my church, and my child is going to get candy, and my child is basically we're not going to do anything. It just means that, it's a fun day or whatever. You should know that when I mentioned that the pagan holidays originated with Cain.
No, not every single pre-Christian religion came from Cain. A lot of what we consider today to be the Wiccan and pagan holidays of Samhain and Balk, Beltane, and Lughnasadh really are from the Celtic countries. So what I mean by that is Western Europe, France, Spain, Germany, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all of these countries. Yule, for example, is from the northern parts. A lot of the solar, what we call the winter solstices and the autumn equinox, and the solstices and the equinox really came from probably more of a Saxon influence, a northern influence. And the 4 greater Sabbats, the fire festivals, came from Indo-European roots. So it doesn't have anything to do with Cain.
And they went from there east, right? They went from India to Babylon, to Greece, to Rome, to the United States.
Okay, one of the reasons why she's conflating especially the European pre-Christian religions with these like the Canaanites, Babylon, is because in the Bible these were the vilified religions of the Middle East. They were pre-Christian. So all of these deities, Lilith, Beelzebub, they all got turned into demons and devils in the Bible. So they were considered to be the pagan deities of that time, especially and for the Bible in that part of the world. The European religions and the European pagan beliefs, and pagan, the term I'm using here is pre-Christian religions of those cultures, have absolutely nothing to do with Cain or any of these other Middle Eastern pre-Christian religions. There's a difference between these two, a big difference.
Okay, that's the way that it went. So when you have people that were celebrating Mithraism or Christmas,
they didn't celebrate Mithraism, they celebrated Mithra.
Okay, what happened was there were honest people, okay, who thought that by going to the United States to a, quote, new land, that they would leave all of the paganistic worship behind.
No, okay. Okay, you are talking about the Puritans, the people who were so pure that they really didn't celebrate any holiday. The only thing that they believed in was, I think, maybe Easter. I'll have to check into that. I'll put a note here. But the Puritans, a lot of the Puritans who came from England were escaping persecution there, and they came to this country. And then there were a lot of other people, especially, then there were a lot of other people who came to this country. But this country was pretty much founded as a secular nation, meaning that the way that our Constitution is written, the way that our government is established, is to be secular. It was not supposed to have any religious influence.
And not take it with them to the new land. Okay, unfortunately, that's not the way that it went. And I will tell you exactly what happened in my number 7 video upload.
This is the end of this series, The United in Bloodshed. I'm not going to go into this any further. I would if I really felt that we would be breaking some new ground and there were some issues that she was addressing. This lady is just conflating so many things. She never really, nothing coalesces, nothing comes together. It's just a bunch of various random strings that she pulls together, and it doesn't make any sense anyhow. She throws in Nabon and Samhain and Dead Fish and Isis and all of these various things that have no real commonality, no actual commonality. So I'm just going to end this series here, and I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you, and blessed be.